In this video, I'm going to show you the easiest 1-minute strategy to trade gold during any session open in the world. My name's Con Alexander, I'm a full-time day trader, and I've been profitable for pretty much the whole of 2025. So how did I do it? What strategy do I use? What's my favorite way to trade? It's easy. Breakout trading. Now I gotta give my flowers to Mamba because Mamba is the GOAT of breakout trading. So if you ain't checked him out, go check his channel. You probably have though. That's probably how you came across me. But if not, go check out Mamba FX. His breakout strategy is insane. That's exactly the reason that I trade breakouts. So after I break down the strategy and the steps and exactly what you need to look for and what you need to do, I'm actually gonna play the live session from last night's Tokyo session, or this morning's Tokyo session, I should say. So it was 1 o'clock in the morning, UK time for me. I'm literally going to show you exactly step by step how I set up my charts and trade this strategy that I'm about to show you in the live markets in real time, making real money on a real account, okay? Make sure you watch this video to the end. There's going to be some gems. And if you ain't subbed up already and smashed the like button, then please do help my videos with the YouTube algorithm. And hopefully I can reach out to more traders and keep teaching this amazing breakout strategy that's literally helping people pass prop firms. Here's some testimonials right now, somewhere on the screen. You should see some testimonials, some people literally thanking me for teaching them this strategy that I teach every single day, from uploads on YouTube to one-on-ones in the premium Discord, all right? So, wow. But with all of that said, enough rambling, because I do tend to do that in these intros. Let's get into the video. So I'm not going to overcomplicate this strategy. I'm going to keep it as basic and as simple as I possibly can, because it is literally basic and simple, right? So I'm going to be showing you examples on the gold chart, and I'm going to be using the 1-minute time frame. Now you can trade this strategy in this style on any time frame and any pair, but if you want an actual step-by-step little blueprint kind of thing right now, I'm gonna drop it for you right now. So step 1, we're going to be trading gold. Step 2, we're going to be trading a 1-minute time frame, and step 3, for this specific video, I'm going to be trading Tokyo session open, all right? So when I say Tokyo open, I mean when the volume pops off. For me in the UK, I'm going to give you them times, okay? So go figure that out in your country, and let's get into the video. So first things first, structure. That's all you need to focus on. So are we bullish or are we bearish on the 1-minute time frame? Are we making higher highs and higher lows? Or are we making lower lows and lower highs, okay? That's all you need to look at and focus on. Now, what do we do if we're not making any of those and we're just consolidating and we're ranging and we're not really making new highs or lows? We wait for the breakout, okay? We wait for the break and a retest. So I'm gonna give you an example of that. So firstly, I'm gonna show you clean price action and structure. So when we come to the chart and we can see that we're making new highs, in this case, I'm gonna say we're making higher highs and higher lows, all right? And what I want you to do is draw support. So support is basically anywhere price has been pushed up from recently. Price refused to go lower and stopped there and carried on up. So that's a support, okay? And a resistance, also there's a support there, my bad. There's a support there and there's a resistance there because price being pushed down. Also there's a resistance there, price being pushed down. Now usually when price breaks through a resistance, it comes back to retest here as a support, all right? So that makes it a stronger area of support when it's being tested a few times, okay? As a resistance, then it's broken, it's likely to come and use it as a support. So we got support and resistance. Now, currently we're still going up. Nowhere to put a resistance. Now, as soon as we get this, boom, a pullback, I'm going to place another box. So now I got resistance, okay? So now I'm at support and I have a resistance above me. All right, so the next step, breakout lines. So I'm going to put a breakout line there. We're going to go and put a breakout line down there. All right. So now this is our higher high and this is our higher low. If price decides to come and push past this, I'm getting in. I'm not even thinking about it. I'm going to get in and I'm going to buy. Now on gold, I'm using between 3 and 4 points. All right. So 3 or 4 points or pips, whatever you want to call this, number 3 basically. I'm using 3 or 4. So this is a 4-point stop loss. This is a 3-point stop loss. Depending on how aggressive I want to be that day, or depending on, you know, if my 3-point stop loss that day looks really small, some shit like this, then I'd know, okay, volume is massive, it's huge, I probably don't want to even trade that day, all right? And if I do, I want to be using more than a 3 or 4 point stop loss. So if we've figured out that we're using 3 points or 4 point stop losses, then going for 1 to 2s, and price is looking like this, and I'm saying, okay, yeah, if price does break, this is a nice bit of breathing room for me to not be stopped out maybe, okay? I'm okay with that. So I'm just going to use 3 points. Now, as soon as price starts pushing up, I'm breaking past this breakout line. I'm getting in. Simple. I'm not waiting for the candle to close. I'm getting in as the candle's moving. Boom. I'm in.
How am I either going to win the trade or lose? But what can I do to manage my trade? Well, as soon as price come and hits a 1-to-1, so say I'm going for a 1-to-2, if price comes up this far, halfway through my box, I'm going to move the break even and I'm going to make it a risk-free trade, all right? Or I'm going to take half of my position off the table, so I'm going to close partials. I'm going to take some money off, all right? So exact same thing for sells, all right? Exact same thing for sells. It's all structure we're looking for. So this is the real life charts. Let's just draw a line and let's pretend, right? Pretend that this is my Tokyo session start, this line, okay? So I'm going to thicken up this line, all right? I'm going to thicken up that line and I'm going to put it purple. So this is my Tokyo start, this pretend. So they say this is 1 a.m. in the UK, right? So technically the market resets at 11 p.m. and then 12 a.m. is midnight, right, in the UK. When Tokyo, you can kind of say that's the Tokyo session open, but for me, 1 a.m. is the time, right? So 1 hour after Tokyo open, I'm looking for my volume, I'm looking for that pop, all right? So I'm looking for my breakouts around that time. So just to say, this is 1 a.m. So I'm going to be looking for what? Firstly, I'm going to be looking for structure. So what are we currently doing? Don't worry about this, the left side to us. Don't worry about all this shit going on the left. We're only focused on what's happening right now. So we're creating bullish structure, right? We're creating new highs. We're going higher. So technically, currently, right now, this is what I would be doing. I'd be looking for resistance. So places price can probably react from and resist and maybe change direction or whatever. And I'm going to be looking for my supports. So there's my main support and my main resistance, right? Try and involve more candles, more bodies if you can. So 1, 2, 3. That makes it stronger than me just putting it down there and saying 1. So now I'll pull it up a bit, involve these candles, right? Make this box a bit wider if you want. Cool. So now I've got a nice support and I've got a nice main resistance that we're at. That's been tested multiple times. You know, we can make this a bit thicker too. Cool. We can even pull it up actually. Pull it up and make it like this. Wicked. So now we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 taps. This is our main resistance and support range. Okay, so we got this range. This is where price is trading in between. So we can use those as targets and reaction areas, right? But anyway, it's not overcomplicated. So could I put more support and resistance in there? Yeah, I could do this. I could do all of this stuff, all right? But if you don't want to get too fancy with it, then don't. Just make sure you've got your 2 main ranges, all right? Cool. Support and resistance. Now, you can get a bit fancy if you want and look for a trend line. So cool, we got a trend line. Now, why could this be counted as a valid trend line? Because it's been tapped into 3 times. So you got your first touch, you got your second one telling us, all right, this is a trend line, and this one actually confirms it, the third touch, all right? So we've got 3 touches. Now, you know, if it breaks this trend line, we can start looking for sells. Or it could react from this trend line and continue up. There's a few things we can do with it. It's not overcomplicated. So right now, the only breakout line to the downside I got is this, because if this is our higher high right now, then this is our higher low. Simple structure, right? Easy. Tokyo opens, what's it do? Well, it doesn't only break the trend line, it breaks the actual higher low. So we get in, not when this trend line gets broken. This trend line is just like the first confirmation. This is like the first, you know, indication of, okay, we're breaking out of this channel or this trend line. This is the actual entry though. We're entering from this. We're entering from this. As soon as this candle starts breaking through, we're entering with a 3 or a 4 point stop. So let's just use 3, an aggressive scalp. And I'm going for 1-to-2s. Well, so far, I don't think this is a 1-to-1 yet. I don't think we've hit a 1-to-1. No, really close, but we didn't quite hit a 1-to-1. So I'm going to mark up our 1-to-1 area. So when that gets tapped into, we can move the break even and take partials. All right, cool, whatever. It absolutely smashes anyway. Now, a lot of people, they get confused with why I draw support and, you know, resistance boxes and my breakout lines, because these are targets, these are areas of interest, these are places where price could react from. So let's pull it back to before we got the break. Let's say this is my setup, right? I'm going to think to myself, when this line gets broken, there's a massive chance that this could break through and react from this area. So you got to have it there. For me, I got to have it there. Doesn't mean that I'm going to close my trade when price gets there. It just means I'm going to keep my eye on price when it gets there. So, you know, if price was to break through now and then come to this support area where I've drawn my box and it does some shit like this, closes and then prints like a bullish engulfing candle, what am I going to do? I'm going to close my trade because obviously price has gone down there and it's printed a big bullish engulfing candle. That probably means, okay, we're on our way back up. It's okay. We just look for our next breakout. But right now, we can see it didn't do that. It basically melted through it and hit our 1-to-2. Easy work. So we don't even think about it. We just get in. No hesitation. Now look at it. Now we're starting to see shit like this. Wicks indicating, okay, we might be due a pullback. What's it do? Boom, pull back. Still though, absolutely melts and ends up giving us a lot more than a 1 to 2. Right, so there we go. A 1 to 5. Cool, we would have been out at our 1 to 2s, or we would have been happy. It would have been absolutely fine. So that's basically the strategy. It'd be the same exact thing if we were doing it for buys. All right, just invert the scale. Boom. Let's just look at it. For a buy example, we got our support, we got our resistance. In this case, this would be our lower low. This would be our lower high. Okay, simple, easy stuff. So we wait for a pullback. Now we got a pullback, we can draw up a breakout line there. So now this is where we could go, okay, cool. If it breaks, my bad, forgot the fucking scale was inverted. So, boom, 3 points, same exact stuff, easy stuff. We're going for 1 to 2s. But understanding that if price did break through there, it could react from this area, right? Boom, smashes. Now, why do we not wait for the candle to close before entering? Because we ain't trying to avoid fake outs. We manage the fake out. So if this was a fake out, say the price did just wick through this and come straight back down, I take my loss. It's okay. It's fine. But majority of the time, it isn't a fake out because we're trading the session market opens and where like price is starting to boom. Now, for London session, you want to be trading at 8 o'clock in the morning UK time. So you want to be on the charts trading, waiting for that 8 o'clock open, right? That's when volume's probably going to pop on things like GBP, JPY, GBP, USD, gold, all right? They're the pairs you want to be looking at for London session. Tokyo session, I'm only going to advise you to trade gold. You can trade NASDAQ, but gold is my favorite pair for Tokyo, hands down. It's becoming my favorite pair anyway. But anyway, 1 a.m. UK time, you want to be looking for that breakout and that volume surge in the UK. And also, New York session, you know, is the main one, the 9:30 Eastern. So that's 14:30, that's 2:30 p.m. Afternoon time in the UK for me. So I want to be on them charts around about 2:15, looking and waiting. I'm marking up my zones, ready for that 2:30 volume, all right? That's when the NASDAQ and US 30 are going to boom. And that's the only pairs I really advise you to trade for 2:30 UK time is NASDAQ and US 30. But it's December. I don't trust New York Open right now, so I've been avoiding it, and that's why I've been trading Tokyo. So, yeah, so I'm going to run the Tokyo session from this morning now and show you exactly how I took this trading strategy and used it to make money during last night's Tokyo session. Let's get into the video. Cool. So we got resistance. I'm going to draw some support, just the main support that I think matters. All right. Let's get a little breakout on the go. Breakout lines. Let's put one there. Let's take a look as well how many points. All right, yo. So 3 points is looking quite decent. Looking a lot. A lot of people I see comment on my YouTube videos saying, bro, 3 points. Are you fucking crazy? Are you insane? A little bit. And not just that as well. For me, 3 points on a 1 minute time frame and 4 points is absolutely more than enough breathing room. Okay, more than enough. We don't need to no more breathing room than that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop using these bits of structure, you know, like these little things there for the sniper entries. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use actual higher highs and higher lows, right? So let's just take a look at proper higher highs and higher lows for our entries, all right? Because I'm sick and tired of us getting stopped out on some bookie bullshit. So this is a higher high, of course. You would say this is the higher low because it technically is, or you could use this actual whole swing as one. I think right now in this situation, I'm actually gonna use this, you know. Yeah, fuck it. Let me get rid of that. Yes, ugly. I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. If you ain't feeling something and it's not sitting right with you, yeah, it's probably because it's not right. So this sits right with me. For buys, that sits correct. Kind of liking that. Yeah, I like that more. Okay, so that looks nice to me. I like the way that looks. Cool. And now I like this even more. Now I like that higher low even more. So now I've made it look not so ugly, and they've given me more confidence to get in on the break. That's all you're looking for. Reasons to get in and enter on the breaks and give yourself some confidence, right? All right, I'm buying. I'm in for buys. So a 1 to 2 would be there. I'm going to mark up our 1 to 1s now so we know when we can move the break even if it goes in our favor. Right, cool. So this is when we can move the break even, when this purple line gets hit, if it gets hit. Beautiful start though. If this momentum keeps up now, we're laughing. Okay. Yeah, we want to keep it. We want to keep it going. If this fucking tweaks back now and closes and fakes us out, then I'm instantly going to close before it even like goes deep into my stop loss. I'll be real with you, but I'm okay right now. That's lovely. Not the strongest close, but still, we definitely closed outside our breakout and we just created a new higher high. So I'm gonna let this one play. I want to see this 1-to-1 get hit at least. But it's looking nice. It's looking fucking lovely. All right, so I'm gonna close one trade. So I've just closed one, and hopefully this one runs up to at least a 1-to-2. All right, so it's still looking good. I'm just gonna hold this one. I'm like super close. I want to close it fully, but at the same time, I don't want to leave too much money on the table. Feel free to close your trades as well fully now if you think you've seen enough profit, because we've been hitting 1-to-1s consistently, and then they've just been coming back on us. So yeah, this is lovely though. This is really fucking nice. Yeah, this is beautiful. All right, cool. Look at that. I'm so close to fully closing. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna close. I'm fully closing my trade. I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Fuck it. That's me. So I didn't really even hit a 1-to-2, but I was happy with what I seen. You'll see it tomorrow anyway. Or today, I should say.